Okay, my name's Rich, and we're looking at Tabletop, and I do want to thank you for watching this. This is a how-to instructional video. What can get a little bit frustrating with Tabletop Simulator is you want to be able to create something, do prototyping. And I tried a number of ways loading up how in the heck do I do things. I mean, there is stuff here. My main focus of this video, will go across it, is I have this empty space. I go across. I'm floating in limbo, so this is a futuristic, surreal area. The question here I have here is how in the heck do I get the bits out to do it? I'll show you where, and then we're actually going to end up going to do my game's King's Crossing and show you how to do it. So let's go. It's under the host. I got to go into the chest. Now I have a chest. You'll see this here. What I can do is I can put a board out. I also, by the way, I have different boards. I can do custom piece pack. I also have stored objects, so I can go in here like this. I have different items I pulled in. Didn't realize I need most of these, but I'd like a Byzantine chessboard. But let's go ahead. We're going to create a custom board. So let's put this out here. And what it does now, make sure I'm looking at that right. Yeah, it's going to ask here for, see a URL there? So I happen to have saved one here. I'm going to actually pull in my, and this is on BoardgameGeek. You have to do the hosting. That allows you to have very small images. It goes onto the net and pulls them in. You know, you might have some copyright issues you have to be careful of, but I will do this. I'll hit Control V. I'm going to paste in what I have here. And you'll see that that is just for my King's Crossing board, which I used as a diagram, but it's going to be flat, so it has an advantage here of showing where you start. So, yeah. Just loading mod. It's going to take a little bit here. And what it does is it automatically resize it to fit here. And what I don't... Okay, you know what? We can click on it, right button, we go to lock it. So what I want to do here... I need to hit the unlock. So we're going to move it. I want to put it more in the middle of the table. So I do this, and it will drop, because everything's gravity-centered. And it'll load up different stuff here. So that's fortunate. Now I'm going to do here is lock it. I'm not the best artist. You'll see the lines are a little bit off, but this is sufficient. And now we'll apply it. We have it kind of in the middle of the board. What I'm going to do here is now I'm going to go into the treasure chest. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to pull out a chest king to show you I can do this. Let's close the board up. We have our board. So anyhow, it's up in the host. You need the chest. You can bring in saved objects. Let's see if I have anything I can pull in. Just you got these. Let's see what I can do here. Ah, what the heck? Let's do this. I'm going to do the chess pieces. And we have a whole army of chess pieces now, so I pulled this in from the chess thing, so this gives me a nice advantage. What I'm going to do here is I will drag like that, go over, and then we'll delete. I'll show you how delete works. So what I can do here is I can highlight both of these and hit Control C. They're hidden. And Control C. And then if I move the mouse to the center of the lower right hand, wherever the lower right hand. Okay. No, sorry. It goes from that. I guess it's where you start. So I can do this. Actually, what we can do here, I'm going to show you another feature. By the way, you see how high this goes? You go like that. This is important depending on the game. I can go to lift. I can make the lift height higher or lower. I mean, I can do this. The problem if you make it too high is sometimes, like, I had pieces of playing around with them. They would fall over, so let's make the height not as high. You just want to have enough to clear the piece, so I can do that and it'll move over. So let's go like this here. And let's do the following. I'm going to Control C. And I wonder where it's going to put me. I think let's see, I think up here. And hit Control V. Copy and paste. And look, bam, there. You get the copy. So we're setting up the board. We're going to use chess pawns and the king here. So I am going to do this and Control X. So we did that. Let's grab a line. I hopefully have some pawns here. I do. Good. Let's do the highlight like this. I think that is a pawn. Good. And I will highlight. Get this stuff out of the way. So what I'll do right here is we'll put the king on the start space. And just got mail. Let me close that mail out. Give me a second. That's what that ding was, I believe I got. So let's close that out. And okay, let's go ahead. We'll get a few more things to put in place. And you know what? We can do this and just get all this other stuff out of the way. And go like this. You can shake them and make one giant ball, but what we're going to hear is I will hit the backspace and they vanish. That's fortunate. I'm showing how to create here. Well, you have different things that you would do, so let's do this. And I will grab this and shake it and hit the delete key and get rid of that stuff there. Now we'll go in and there's rotate options. So let's go grab these 4 pawns. And I think, oh, that's not what I want to do. I grabbed 3 pawns, so anyhow, let's do the following. I'm just going to drop them in the middle in the start space. And I'm going to end up saving this board, I think. And actually, I think I'll save this configuration. You'll see this future one. I do King's Crossing. This is useful. So I'm going to highlight this. This is a game used as a custodial capture. And Control C. And I think if I do this, it'll put it to the left. Nope. Hey, see, I Control Z. Lets me hit the back arrow. There. So I'm going to go like this. So Control V. And I will end up doing this. And I will get rid of these. I'm going to clean up time. There we go. And I forgot my king, so something happened. Okay. Do I have a chess king? You know what I did? I'm gonna have to move that board. Ah, shoot. The board is too far over to one side. No, actually, yeah, it's too far over, but we'll go with it. It's not as important as it needs to be. So anyhow, let me go ahead and let's do chess pieces. And they're on the board, and I think they messed stuff up. They're naughty pawns, so that's the problem. Let's do this. Get rid of that. Fortunately, let's can go back. We got rid of everything. So we'll delete this. Get rid of that. Goodbye. Fortunately, these are pieces that are standard. I could even bring another one. What I'm going to do here was we'll go in and we'll pull out. We'll pull out. Let me go to the chest. That's what I want. And I believe this is metal. And we will pull in the black king. Go to the right. And behold. It appears. Yay, team. That's good news. Magically appears. And we'll put it here. So what I'm going to do here is you'll see videos. So what I do is this is I'm going to set up here and be able to show how this game works. This is one of my games in half a checkerboard and pieces move like this and stuff. They actually move like rooks, but we'll go with this one here. So go to menu. I can go to save game and I'm going to actually create a new save. We'll go into I'm going to call HCB, that's half checkerboard zeros. It's one of the original games, so I'll do like this. And I will call, this is King's Crossing. King's Crossing Pawns. And you'll see this in the future because it gives a nice base area. I could also whip out go stones, you know, if I want to do the following. And see this thing here? We're going to save it to chest. I'm going to give it a name. The URL, it's going to pull the graphics off the board like this. King's Crossing board. Or I could have gotten board King's Crossing and be able to go into it. That way, if I go into the treasure chest, I could put more of these. So, anyhow. So, Looks like it's about set, and the kings are going to try to navigate across and try to get to the other side, so that works out well. That was pretty good. The graphics are a little bit low. I used Microsoft Paint and blew up images, so I just took it off here. So anyhow, that's about it here. So we could flip the board, but we're just going to do the design. Actually, you know what? I'll show you what happens if I flip the board. And it flies. The lock in place doesn't lock into the board. It just, you have the position where the piece can't be moved when you lock into it. So anyhow, that's what you do. Everything will fly off the board like you're flipping the table, and that's the big gimmick item here. But as company tries to promote, you can do much more with it. So anyhow, we're good to go here. Anyhow, remember the host. You can bring in objects. Actually, you know what? It's not just chess. Let's go ahead and I will go into the chest again. I'm going to pull in some ghost stones. Let me see if I can find something else here. Miscellaneous. I wonder if Misc, what menu has for Misc. You can put coins at. You could have a loot bag. Look at this loot bag. You want to have a loot bag. You do that as goal areas. Let's get rid of that. Back out. Actually, let's do the following. We'll get rid of it. Or I can hit delete, Control X. I can make a lot of copies of it. Reverse each chip. Random domino. Mahjong tiles. They got a bunch of stuff here. But what I want to do is, let me see if I can find the ghost stones. But, dice, custom. You can do a custom module, custom deck, custom figurine, custom stuff. Load in custom modules. Checkers. Did they stick it there? No, they didn't. The thing that's neat here is with this, they'll give you 3-color checkers. I have a game that uses 3-color checkers, so that's useful. And we already looked at that. We're going to find out where... Go! Ah! Why am I not seeing that? So what I did was here is I was able to go across... Go, Stone Throne. You have the bowl, which you can put them out, or you can do this. What I did, for example, in the base area, is I was able to go over here and say this was the base area. In a prior attempt I had, I was able to pop that in a corner like that. And go over here and mark this as the target area. This is not necessary, because I have it mapped on the board. And we'll close this out. But anyhow, the other things too, as you saw checkers, I could drop them. Oh, actually, let me show you something else that's neat. Let me go in here. Yes, and you combine these. I could do this. And then, these are the manual. The thing I was mainly doing this for something else, but I'm going to show you. I can stack them. Let's put it in the middle. Apparently they don't want to stick. Hang on. Ah, well. Why is it not sticking? Come on. Yep. Ah, boy. You know what? What's interesting? Let's do this. And I'm going to have an issue with stacking games if it doesn't want me to stack. Let's see, I think... Yes, it does that way. That's one of the weaknesses we have here. I can do for checkers. It didn't presume that I want to be able to stack different colors together. I'm going to make mindful of that. But what I can do here is block. I have a game called 2-5 Skidoo. Let me show you something else I'll do with it. We're going to go and grab the chess pawn and go into metallic. Actually, go wood this time. No, metallic, I think. Actually, wood, because I'm black and white. Let me grab a chess pawn. And I can do the following. I'll put it on top of the checker. Like this. Like that. That's not exactly the best. So, there are still some limitations. I was experimenting a bit with this here. Let's just get rid of that. So, what I'm going to do for my 2-5 Skidoo game, another game I did on half a checkerboard, would end up being the following. Let's go in and just... I'm going to create a triple stack. So, we have a triple stack. Hello. Fascinating. It's not wanting to do this. Here we go. Let's pop in the middle. Three. gotta be careful what you do. 3. Rotate all the common objects is the same, so you have to be careful. At least they stack, which is fortunate, but I can. You have to move slowly if you want to pick them all up. So yeah, if you want to pick them all up, you need to move slowly till it picks the whole thing up. So I can do this. So I'll have some limitations. I have games with multiple stacks I want to do. I'm going to be a bit limited what I can do then, but anyhow, we'll see. You know what? You can go into plastic pawns. So I can end up, I've got a black pawn. That's what I use for 2 to do. And let's throw the red one out. And we have white. So what we can do here is I can go in and rather use the chess pawn. So let's put that on top. Stays on top. So I create little islands. So that's another thing you can do here. And you can end up, let me show you another feature. That's neat. This is like it as a butler. But let's say, for example, you're picking up pieces. And something happened. I think they clumpered together. You can do the following. Uh-oh. Let's just start in the lower right. So we circle like this. And by doing that, you lump it together. And let's say they fell off the table. They will do that. So they will come back if you wanted to do it that way. But, in addition, they're here. So let's get rid of that. So that's useful. You have these pawns. Rather than use chess pieces, you can stack them on top and create little towers, which is neat. So anyhow. Okay. Let's delete. And let's get out of here. So, anyhow. So this is how you're going to be able to create some items. As I said, you can clone. By the way, let me show you the clone. If I want to do this, I can do the following. Let me do the following. I won't say I want a lot of these. So I can go here and actually hit Control V and grab 2 of them. So let's test the capability of my computer. A very, very large number of these things, and dozens of them, and take them all. Big giant ball. Like that. So there's another. And you could also do this by rolling dice, and this is one thing. I'm playing around with this now, so anyhow, you saw the beginning up in the host menu. Bring up this thing and get items. Actually, do it. Nah, I'm not gonna do any custom things, but anyhow, we'll put some D6s out. So Control C, and I have another game which is 6 dice. So go like that, and you can just shake them up. Shake them up, and you got to be careful. Just drop them. So, and just shake it. Same thing with shuffling cards. So, let's take and bring a deck of cards. Let's do this. We have a standard deck, so we will do this. And we can also, for example, shuffle them. So we'll shuffle these cards so I can play with these cards here. Uh-oh. Remember the thing in mind, you gotta wait to pick up the whole entire thing. So cards are shuffled. And then I can deal out cards. I mean, it's falling off the edge of the board, so. And deal out. 4. And wow, these are actually pretty the board's pretty big, so we'll hit Control, hit F, flip it over, and you can flip them over. Anyhow, I'm playing around. What I can do here is we will hit the, we'll just get rid of some stuff here. Uh-oh, back up. Goes together. And we'll just get rid of the dice this way and hit delete. Oh, come on. Leave yourself. We didn't hit the backspace, so backspace. There it goes. And these, let's do the following. We will, behave yourself. Well, I'm going to do major pickup like this. Such as many to pick up, and then I go. See, that's not a good idea, because it's like I'm being hammered, so. They're there. So, and apparently there's limits to it. Let's get rid of this, and then these guys will pick up together and hit the delete. And this, I want to put a little bit more in the middle. There. So anyhow. So that's it. Mucking around a bit more. You can do custom cards. You'll see that. You know, draw a card at random and stuff. So anyhow. Okay. So that's it. I do want to thank you for watching. And may your die always roll 5.